Each week, American History TV's American Artifacts visits museums and historic places. 200 years ago, on September 11, 1814, British and American naval forces clashed for 2.5 hours in Cumberland Bay, near Plattsburgh, New York. The battle was the culmination of 6 days of Army and Navy conflict. Up next, we travel to Plattsburgh, where retired Army Colonel David Fitz-Enns, author of The Final Invasion, Plattsburgh, the War of 1812's most decisive battle, takes us on a tour of key locations to tell the story.
I'm at the Battle of Plattsburgh Museum. It's on the old Army post. There's been an Army post here ever since the War of 1812. And in this museum, the most important item is this painting by Davidson. And it shows the culmination of the battle, when the Royal Navy had finally closed with the Americans and they fought it out only 300 yards apart for an hour and a half. There were some 90 guns firing at the same time. And the noise was so disoriented that the sailors were unable to figure out what was going on. And they began to load the cannons, one ball after the other, after the other, after the other, until they had so many cannonballs that the ball rolled out of the end of the barrel. In another case where they put too much powder in and the cannon exploded when they set it off. And so there was a huge cloud of smoke out on the battlefield. And at the very end of the naval battle, the British struck their colors there on the right. And that was seen by General Prevost, who was sitting up on the hill. And when he saw that happen, he knew he had lost the battle. Without the Navy, without the ships to take his army south, there was no point in going on any longer. And so he recalled the army, and the next day they left. And they went back to Canada. And the battle was over. He planned to come and fight again in spring. But of course the Treaty of Ghent happened in between. And the soldiers, the red-coated soldiers, were never seen here again in the United States.